Cyber Ninja Online, guys, and we're here with Magic Duels right now. Just gonna play a random match, like a random solo match with one of my other decks. I think I've done like 4 attempts to get the last stupid win with this deck. Lost every single one by stupid means. It's literally pissing me off right now. Deck should I? Ooh, I know what deck I want to use. Use my mindlessness deck. This one's pretty fun. It's a blue-black. I made it like a mill deck pretty much. And for those that don't know what that is, it's basically the whole gimmick with this deck is you play cards and you're trying to basically make your opponent take cards from his deck or his library and put it into his graveyard. And basically once you run out of cards to draw from, then you lose the game. So that's basically how I win with this deck. It's actually not really meant for solo battles, so we'll see how this goes. But I use it in Two-Headed Giant with my friend when he uses basically any of his other decks, and we do really good with it. It's a really fun deck to play, so no. Yeah, we'll keep that in. It's a really fun deck to play though. But like I said, it's not really a solo deck. There's not a whole lot of creatures in this deck to basically do a whole lot for you, but you can still definitely win solo battles and stuff. Like I've won matches with this deck by getting my opponent to 0 health, but more commonly I've won matches by milling the opponent out. But we'll see how this goes. One of the biggest things about running this deck was I never had any health increase, any kind of way to get life, and that's important because of the fact of usually when I ran this deck, especially with when we played Two-Headed Giant, the only reason we ever really lost is because our decks are kind of slower, so they're more late game decks, and by that time we'd be down a certain amount of health. And it wasn't the fact that we could come back, or that we couldn't come back from it, because we could. It was the fact that at the point where we got into the game and we were doing the damage, they only needed to do so much more damage to us, and that's usually what cost us the game. But besides that though, we usually won, I want to say, a lot of the yeah, I'll keep that, a lot of the matches we played and whatnot. So, and after I altered it and whatnot, it's definitely a lot more solo friendly. It's not obviously the greatest for solo battles, but like I said, it is possible to win with this deck. Hopefully I'll get a win and showcase it here. And I used Aether, what was it called again? Anchor to the Aether, to bring his 2/2 back to the top of his deck, and then so I could scry and see what my next card was. Basically because that 2/2, he can ramp it up by sacking creatures, and then this creature gets +2/+2. So I wanted to try to avoid that. I have my Drake here, so I'll be doing some overhead flying damage for the time being. Don't really have any of my mill cards on me right now, but that's fine. That's usually expected. I still got to be careful about his 2/2 there, because he will attack in and hope I bait it, and if I try to defend it, he'll block, or he'll sack his 1/1 most likely, because all he needs it for is the effect enter the battlefield effect, and then it's just fodder for him basically. So, and this card is actually pretty it's pretty serious once it starts getting up there, if you ever let it. Like once any creature you control dies, then it starts getting +1/+1 counters, and it's bad news. But no, he wasn't going for the bait, he just sacked it right off the bat. So I'll let him do it. Depending what I draw, I'll either flush the dust or I'll Shadows of the Past. Actually, I'll drop my other Drake. Because now he won't attack unless he wants to sack that, and ain't nobody wants to sack that, so I gotta be careful here because he does have a Foundry. He needs one more land before he can sack the Foundry, but When he does, then he'll have 2 flying Thopters. They're both 1/1s. We'll see how it goes though. So far we're not in a bad situation. I'm down on health right now, but it could be a lot worse. And I do have the lifelink, so yeah, he respawns by sacking one of his things now. And he sacked. That's pretty much all he's gonna do with that, just so he can outrace me in the damage battle here. But if I draw that 1 land, I'm not even gonna hesitate. I'm just gonna flush to dust that thing, because that'll be the most annoying thing on his field right now. The 1/1 I can handle. Of course I don't. I'll Shadow the Pass then. I'll get the Scry when I swing in. He'll most likely block. And I'm only gonna swing in with 1 in case he doesn't block. Then I can block that and or force him to sack it. So unfortunately, I'm waiting on land right now, which is never good. And I have none of my mill cards right now, but sorry. I still do have my Child of the Night, which I will use if I need to. Personally, I would rather kill that. He has a trick though, I know he does. I get a card when it dies though. Unfortunately, that becomes a 2/2, but I get a card when that dies and I get to scry. I'm taking that. This is one of my cards that help me mill out the opponent, and it's actually one of my useful and better cards. Yeah, definitely. Basically what it does is it mills the top 7 of cards of his deck, puts it in his graveyard, and then from there I'm allowed to choose, depending on how many instances of sorceries I have in my graveyard, I can either choose 1 or I can choose 2. Because I only have 1, actually I have none, 0. Sorry, none. I will choose Unholy Hunger, and I'm gonna still get rid of that 2/2. I think he just sacked it in response. I'll keep Shadow or Necromantic Summons actually, because what I can do is summon the 4/3 here, which will help me a lot. I'm gonna swing in with my Child of the Night so I can get some health back. I'm a little low on health. Definitely in a lot better of a standing now though. Might not look like it, but I definitely am. And I think I did the right thing with using Talent of the Telepath. So hopefully I can get a lane and kill that with Flush to Dust. This is a stupid card. I never liked the Gather the Pack card. And he has Gaze Revenge. Wonderful. This is going from hard to worse. There's another one of my mill cards right there, but once he gets the ability to drop that Gaze Revenge, I'm fucked. I'm gonna have to take the 3 damage here. Because I need to Necromantic Summons his Lily next turn. Fortunately, that 4/4 will have to slide for now. Or sorry, not Necromantic Summons. Flush to Dust. Yeah. I'm gonna be stuck with this Rock Mauler. It's gonna be a 6/6 soon. I should have. I'll have Necromantic Summons before. You never want to grab a Planeswalker from an opponent's graveyard, by the way, it just doesn't work out. I'll grab Guilt Leaf whenever. When it hits the field, it'll be a it gets +1/+1 or 2 +1/+1 counters, so it'll be a 6/5. I'll just freely sack it to kill this now. It makes it unblockable. I lost. It was a good match though. I half expected to lose with this deck though. It's not really meant for a ooh. This is really my only option right now for any chance of winning here. Sorry though. It's not really meant to be played in solo. It's a really slow deck and it's not consistent for solo matches. So I half expected, yeah, I half expected to lose this match, but at least, you know, wasn't as bad as I thought. So it's a good game. At least I got to show off my deck. It wasn't the greatest, but whatever. Can't even be mad. See, at least losing with this deck isn't as bad as losing with that quest deck. Like, I knew I was gonna, well, I didn't know I was gonna lose. I half expected to lose with this deck, but also just the fact that it's like, if I lose, it's whatever. If I lose with that quest deck, it's just so annoying because I'm trying to finish that quest. So it's like, it's whatever. But anyways though, I'll call this a video here. That's what I think I'll do.